Okay, big news today in the trucking world. Swift and Knight have decided to acquire US Express. So that's some pretty big news. Let's talk about it. So as you guys could see from the intro, big news today. Swift and Knight have acquired US Express to create some kind of triangle of awesomeness, super mega big carrier stuff, probably even competing with Heartland Express at this point if they weren't already bigger. But I'm bringing this to you from the studio. I'm going to send it to a different part of the studio where Max Powers is at. He's going to let you know the details of this story. I'll be right back with you here in a minute. Off to you, Max Powers. Thanks, Billy. I'll take it from here. My name is Max Powers, and today's story is coming to us from CDLLife.com. Knight Swift announces blockbuster $808 million acquisition of U.S. Express. On Tuesday morning, two of the nation's largest carriers announced plans for a multi-million-dollar acquisition to be completed later this year. In a March 21st announcement, Knight Swift announced that the companies had entered into an agreement to acquire U.S. Express for approximately $808 million, excluding transaction costs. The transaction has been approved by the boards of both companies and is expected to close late in the second quarter or early in the third quarter of 2023. U.S. Express will continue under its own brand and will maintain separate operations in order to minimize disruptions for the driving associates, shop and office employees, and the customers. Senior management at U.S. Express will remain in place through the transition process prior to closing. The company says Swift executives Tim Harrington and Josh Smith will join U.S. Express as president and CFO, respectively, when the transition is complete. The acquisition of U.S. Express is expected to add approximately $2.2 billion in total operating revenue, including the $1.8 billion in truckload revenue, 7,200 tractors, and 14,400 trailers to Knight Swift's consolidated enterprise based on last year's results. Okay, this is the news release. The total enterprise value of $808 million for U.S. Express represents Knight Swift assuming U.S. Express's $484 million of outstanding debt and finance leases and purchasing its outstanding equity for $324 million or $6.15 per share and excludes its $336 million of operating lease liabilities for the purposes of this calculation. As of December 31st, 2022, U.S. Express had approximately $96 million in outstanding borrowings under its secured revolving credit facility and $388 million in other long-term debt and finance leases. Knight Swift expects to repay and terminate the U.S. Express secured revolving credit facility at closing while seeking to retain in place U.S. Express's existing primarily fixed rate equipment and real estate financing agreements. Knight and Swift had approximately $1.3 billion unrestricted cash and available liquidity on December 31st, 2022, a portion of which will fund this transaction. Knight Swift CEO Dave Jackson commented, "The opportunity to add one of the largest and most well-known brands in our industry with significant opportunity to improve earnings, gain customers, and reach more professional drivers was very compelling to us. We expect to apply the same playbook that proved successful in the Knight Swift merger as we share best practices, improve operations, and work together to help U.S. Express become the best that it can be. Although it will take time, particularly given the current freight environment, we would not have pursued the transaction unless we were confident in achieving our return thresholds within a few years. Beyond that,
We will continue to work with the UX Express team in pursuit of performance goals or levels of our other truckload businesses over the next several years. So the opportunity for our stockholders is substantial. Moreover, the transaction will not slow down the geographic expansion of our LTL network or other government or growth initiatives as our financial and other resources remain significant. Anyway, Billy, that'll about do it for me. I'm going to send it back over to you. Thanks.
Thanks for that, Max Powers. So anyway, as for what I think, what I think doesn't really matter. I think it's just big mega carriers getting bigger. I'm sure this is how it's going to be with the market the way it is, with things going downhill in the economy and stuff. The big's going to eat the small. It's just the way it is, and that's my opinion on it. But let me know down in the comments what your opinion of this whole move is. It's a lot of money, but Swift and Knight, they're one of the biggest trucking, if not the biggest, probably the biggest now, trucking companies. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out on those largest company lists that you always see and stuff, if this moves them up or down. I mean, I can't imagine them moving them up too far, because basically the only ones above them are UPS and FedEx, and I don't think they can pass them up. But I mean, this is big because US Express is one of the top 10 biggest companies out there also. So it's big. This is a big thing. They said they're going to maintain their branding, so I guess you'll still see US Express trucks and trailers out there on the road for now. But who knows? Once they completely close and put it under new management, who knows what will happen? I don't know. But if you think that you know, let me know down in the comments. Anyway, guys, that's going to about do it for this video. If you're looking for your daily news fill, well, you should probably go to Asian Mai over on the Mother Trucker channel, or Old Snap right here. He does daily news. But if you want the news that I care about, you should probably stick around on the Billy Range channel. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, maybe hit that bell. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this news story, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.